Now it's time to press buttons and talk with Manky and ProZD.
Welcome back, Phoenix Wright.
Welcome back, Tribulations, attorney. There's no Phoenix Wright in this case.
We're doing pretty good at this case. It seemed like there was no way at the beginning, but we're starting to make some contradictions and starting to get to the truth of the matter.
I would watch a Strong Bad Let's Play channel.
I wish Strong Bad would just narrate stuff, because that would be amazing. A crucial mistake? Like what, Miss Faye? The killer broke into the trunk of the stolen car and hid the body in there? You're saying you saw that, right? With your own eyeballs?
Yes, and?
It's simple, Miss Foster. Take a look at the diagram. The place you claim to have taken the photo from that day is here. Do you see what I mean? Even if you tried to see the car. This outcropping of rock is directly in the way, kind of like Alex was explaining last time before.
Oh, I know why I'm confused. Go back to it.
Wait. Oh, shit. I'm hitting buttons like a madman.
So what it's supposed to be is that middle part is upward, but the car level and her level are the same?
Yeah.
Oh, I was looking at it like the car level was the top, that was the middle, and that was the bottom.
Oh, no, because the photo actually shows the
when I saw the bridge photo, then I got, I saw that.
Yeah.
But when I was looking at the map, I was like, what are you talking about? Like, that's the top. That's the middle.
No, that's a big
thing in between them.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's why I was like, why doesn't that make sense?
I was like, what? It's just above.
But
there.
It did make logical sense at the point that whatever. I'm done with this game. That's right, Miss Foster. Ow. From where you were standing, you could not have possibly seen the killer's car.
Objection. That didn't hurt. I admit that the diagram shows a large outcropping of rock.
It's okay to cry. That's the first thing they teach you in lawyer school.
However, it isn't so tall that it would stop her from seeing the car.
That's right. It's not high at all, even though I said earlier how high they were. I was able to see his car just fine.
I'm so sorry, but that just doesn't wash. I believe it was the witness who presented this as evidence to the court, yes? Yes? This is the location that the photo was taken from. Wha? Your own photo tells the whole story. You can clearly see the left side of the bridge, but the outcropping that is being referred to is really more like a cliff. Ah! Ow! Your view shouldn't have been completely cut off by this cliff. I wish we could stop, but God. But still you claim to have been able to see the killer's car.
No!
Let me try it.
That wasn't so bad. Oh, really? Let me... Fuck!
Ooh. Order! Stop slapping your hands! You're gonna hurt yourselves! Order in the court! What's the meaning of all this ballyhoo?
Objection! Your Honor, don't jump to any hasty conclusions. The fact that the escapee fled in a stolen car was reported on the news. After witnessing a murder... I'm sure you can appreciate that the witness was very upset. She must have heard about the stolen car and convinced herself that she saw it.
Objection.
Okay.
You're just making
You're just saying shit.
But she was
She imagined the car?
But she was repeatedly warned before starting her testimony. She was told to testify only what she saw with her own eyes. Oh.
Mr. Judge?
What is it?
I think I must have remembered things wrong.
You misremembered a whole car.
I didn't see a car. Hold it. Hey, wait a minute. You can't just say that.
Yes, she can.
No,
objection!
She can't.
Tisku, Miss Faye, no one on the face of the planet is perfect.
Yes, indeed. Quite true. I am the perfect example of that. You know what they say, to err is human, to forgive divine. I'm inclined to give the benefit of the doubt to our witness here. Are you fucking kidding? That's not fair. What the fuck? That's some bullshit.
This is stupid as hell. I'm a tri-bound
She
adult.
just made up a car and you're just okay with that?
Save the tears for later, kitten.
But this is clearly bullshit. Mr. Armando!
Don't look back until the trial is over.
Why, what's behind me?
Time to go forward.
Is someone behind me?
Yes.
Is it Pain? Shut up, don't tell her.
I was gonna give her a big birthday cake.
Oh, well, that's pretty nice. I thought I smelled something vaguely sweet behind me. But that wasn't fair.
Okay, kitten, you need to relax. Then you need to remember the other kitten's testimony.
The killer broke into the trunk of the stolen car and hid the body in there.
So tell us, how did you know that? How did you know that he broke into the trunk?
Aha.
Until you can explain how you knew that. You're going to have a lot of very suspicious people on this side of the courtroom.
Well, witness?
Well, I'm certain that he broke into the trunk because there were marks left on the trunk lid. I'm certain they were scratch marks from when he broke into it.
What? Let me see that photo. It's true. These certainly look like scratch marks around the keyhole.
Yeah, it was
That's
much.
a lot better.
Man, I feel so much better now.
I've had a rough day up to that point. It's obvious that this trunk has been broken open, just like my anus. Well, Ms. Faye, are you satisfied?
I saw a comment on like a previous video. It was like, I hope they don't do any jokes in this case.
Oh, like it's deadpan.
They're like, oh, she got to be more serious. Yeah. Well, whoops.
Sure, that'd be fun. The judge is on her side. I can't make any mistakes here. If this trial weren't so silly, it'd be a little easier. But jeez, stuff is bullshit. What she just said, is there a contradiction in there somewhere? Probably. I don't know. Melissa Foster, it looks like you finally betrayed yourself.
What?
You said you were in a field taking photos of wildflowers, but even so, you knew about the scratches. The question is when? When did you get a chance to see those scratchies?
You're really bad at lying.
You can't see anything now, can you? Finally. I finally got her.
Ha! I'm getting pretty tired of waiting over here.
Showing as fast as I
Then
can.
go home! Then perhaps it would be faster if Miss Faye explained herself.
What is even your job here?
I don't know, drink coffee?
Your Honor. There's only one possible explanation. Oh, God. The reason the witness had seen the scratches was, she put the corpse in herself? That's a pretty big jump. She happened to be passing by. Yeah, that's most likely. There's only one way that the witness had the chance to see those scratches, and I'm taking a big leap of faith here, but fuck it. Yes, what is it? Naturally, when she opened the trunk and stuffed the corpse in herself. The person who really hid the body in the trunk of that car was... Melissa Foster. It was you that did it, wasn't it?
That's ridiculous. I could never. It was the man in the prison garb. He's the one that.
She does have a good point. He is dressed like a prisoner.
Okay, I admit I'm gonna have a long talk to him about his garb for the day. I don't think so, Miss Foster.
You don't have like a suit or like a t-shirt?
Wasn't there, I think it was like Whitest Kids You Know or something, or was it Britannic that had a video that was that premise, basically? Like he shows up to court dressed as like a robber, and he's just like, I really wish he hadn't worn that today. If Mr. Falls had been the one that put the corpse in the trunk, he would have simply used the car key. There was no need to break it open, unless he was really mad.
But he stole the car.
He stole it from a young couple that had been waiting in a red light, which means that the key would have... Did we establish that?
Yeah,
or did
we did.
Okay.
This isn't just brand new information.
This is like, now we're just making
He's just
shit
like,
up.
no, it was a young couple and they were at the red light and they were in love for 4 years
The guy's
anyway.
name was Dennis, and he was really mean.
And the girl's name was Denissa and she was also very mean.
They were a perfect match, and nobody liked either of them, which means that the key would have still been in the ignition, and they deserved everything that happened to them.
Oh, I see.
Sounds legit.
It is
I
legit.
made all that up.
Now I pull the wool over your eyes. Thanks for telling us about the scratches, Miss Foster. Without that, we never would have uncovered the truth. How? Couldn't have been Mr. Falls that put the body in the trunk. It's getting a little easier overtime. No!
Objection! I'm good now. Preposterous! To even suggest that the witness put the body in there.
It's like I'm more powerful now.
If that were true, then how do you explain the photo that she took?
Oh no.
The corpse could only have been put in the trunk when the incident occurred. And we already know that at the time she was taking photographs. Oh, but are you sure?
Now is your chance, Mia. Finish this thing. On the contrary, I'm not so certain about that anymore, Mr. Edgeworth.
Yeah.
There's no need to think too deeply about it. What I'm saying is the shutter for this may not have been pushed by Miss Foster herself.
Automatic
It was
camera
automatic
timer
technology.
function, you
I don't
dumbass.
think you can make a mistake about it. Take a look at her camera.
It's very pink.
It's very pink. It has a timer built into it, even a mini tripod. I farted when I did that one. Almost as if the camera was brought just to take this picture. Sorry, Payne. Oh, that's right in my face. Jesus.
Objection! What are you trying to say then, Miss Fay? That when the crime occurred, Miss Foster wasn't in the field as she claimed?
Do I need to be here since you know I'm here?
No, you can go home.
Okay, I'll just leave the cake on the ground here.
No, put it on the table.
No, I'll just leave it on the ground. See you
I'll
later.
just pick it up
I'm going to
then.
that coffee place.
I'll see you there.
Okay, cool. Well, if she really did use the camera's auto timer, then the answer is yes, she was somewhere else. Exactly. She was not in the field. Would the defense please explain further?
Listen, this is a crucial point.
I know what I'm doing.
Where was Miss Foster when the incident occurred? In answering that question, we'll also make clear Miss Foster's true identity.
Well then, please answer this question. Where was Melissa Foster when the incident on the bridge occurred? Probably she was dressed as a victim.
Yeah, look at that. Right on the big old...
Trying to get on it.
Big old V.
Big old V. Naturally, the witness was right on the V. But that's where the big V Miss Hawthorne was standing.
What's the big V? What's that, violin? So I think it's vagina. I think I'm just gonna call it like I see it.
I
It's
just
vagina.
said victim.
Order, order, order. Miss Fay, what on earth? Vagina, what a word. Your Honor, if I may. After parting with the victim on the bridge, the defendant fled by car. But this would mean that there was no time to put the victim in the trunk. In other words, if someone put the body in the trunk, it could only have been before the defendant met the victim.
Objection! How asinine. Of course Mr. Falls met with the victim. The only person with the opportunity to have put the victim in the trunk is the same man that killed her, Terry Falls.
Objection! You still don't understand, do you, Mr. Edgeworth? By the time the witness's photo was taken, the victim was already dead. Ow! No, I'm fine. The person in the photo was not Valerie Hawthorne.
Objection! What? I've never heard anything more ridiculous in my entire life. Then who exactly is the victim in this photo?
You know, these are brand new desks, guys, so maybe we could relax a little bit.
You're kind of soften them a little bit.
Obvious, isn't it? It's your own witness, dumbass. Whoa, what?
The dumbass was not appropriate.
I redact the dumbass thing.
Totally
That was a little
unnecessary.
far. I'm going to sorry. It's the only possible explanation. The woman that Mr. Falls met on that bridge that day was not Valerie Hawthorne. It was you, Melissa Foster.
Me?
Dolly, I mean Melissa Foster?
Let's remember that it was raining and foggy on the mountain that day. Killer combination. Mr. Falls himself believed that the woman in front of him was Valerie Hawthorne.
Objection! But the defendant knew Valerie Hawthorne very well. After all, she was the woman whose testimony helped get him convicted.
Objection! But since then, my client has spent 5 hard years in a federal penitentiary. He couldn't remember exactly what she looked like anymore.
You are just making this up as you go along. Where's your proof?
I've got it all right here. This piece of evidence will blow this case wide open. At the time of the incident, Mr. Falls had forgotten what Valerie Hawthorne looked like. Is it the scarf request?
It should be the victim's note, right? Because it's like
for identification, yeah. Yeah. I don't remember who you are. Ow, fuck! God, Mr. Falls had forgotten the victim's face. Fuck! Sorry, fuck! That's why he needed some piece of identification, namely this muddy scarf. It was Mr. Falls who requested that she wear the scarf to identify herself. That's already been proven by the note the victim left. In other words, as long as you were wearing a scarf like he asked, anyone could have pretended to be Valerie Hawthorne. Maybe on the next episode, we'll all pretend to be Valerie Hawthorne.
Let's do some Valerie Hawthorne
We'll see who does the
cosplay.
best Valerie Hawthorne.
Oh, I got a scarf. I got 100 scarves. Scarves all around. Everyone gonna be Valerie.
Here's my Valerie. Hey, how's it going?
Hey, here's my Valerie.
Hawthorne.
Hey, my last name is Hawthorne.
Oh, here, let me give it a try. Hey, how's it going? My name's
Whoa, that's really good. Let
Yeah.
me try one. Hey, I'm dead.
Wow, dude, too soon. Jesus.
That's not funny.
You're out.
What the hell?
We don't make jokes like that.